get started. All right, we're ready for our press conference with the Auburn student athletes. Reminder to state your name and your affiliation when you ask a question, and please direct your question to a specific player. Run.
Brian Stoltz, AuburnSports.com. This is for Wendell and Zep. Walker and Katie were asked about the dunk yesterday. What your reaction, Wendell, especially, has been blown up on the internet. Yeah. What were you thinking when that happened, and what was your reactions?
I told him that was like the best dunk I seen in person. You know that, so I was just shocked. I was amazed. So I went all out, and I told him, you know, you look like LeBron out there for that play.
I was shocked when I seen it. You know, I was amazed. I thought he looked like young Kobe Bryant out there, you know, with the hops.
Over here on the left.
Nathan King, 24/7 Sports. Just, I guess, Zep, what have you guys seen in your early scouts of Miami yesterday?
Miami's a great team. They got great guards. You know, coached by a well coach. You know, it's going to be a tough opponent. They're going to come out ready to play. You know, they're underdogs right now. And, you know, it's going to be a good game tomorrow.
This for Wendell. Miami only had 3 turnovers in the entire game on Friday. Talk about the importance of the guard play for you guys tomorrow against a team that doesn't make many mistakes at the guard spots.
I feel like it's going to be a little different, you know, with the pressure that Zep, Katie, and myself bring to the guards. So, but we're going to try to force them into turnovers and just play our game like we always do. Guard them, make them take tough shots over us.
Jabari, how many times have you watched that replay? How many texts have you gotten about it? And then going forward, what are some things that you have learned from that first game? By the way, DeBuyerSwillboard.al.com.
I watched it a lot, actually. You know, everybody tagging me in it. I don't watch it a lot. I don't watch it probably more times than anybody else, really. I'm still shocked by it. But, yeah, I watch it a lot of times. It's definitely something I'm going to show my kids. So, one to remember. And what was the next question you said?
How many texts you got?
Oh, I got a lot of texts. Texts from friends back home, family back home. My dad was real hype about it. He said it wasn't better than his dunk at LSU, but he said he was real impressed by it.
Pete Iacobelli.
Pete Iacobelli, Associated Press. Jabari, I mean, people have been talking, you know, about how good you are and how well you play all season long. How do you kind of handle it, maybe put it aside and concentrate on what you have to do for you and your team?
It's really not hard, really. You know, just keep focusing on winning. Everything else will take care of itself. If you go out there every night focusing on the win and not focusing on yourself and stats and all of that, you just going to, you know, everything else going to take care of itself. Come out ready to defend, play hard, and just play to win because the next loss is over with. So just focus on that, and then everything else take care of itself.
Second row left.
Jabari, Johnny Connon, ABC 3340 Sports in Birmingham. After the game yesterday, head coach Ray Harper over at JSU compared you to Kevin Durant. A lot of people, when they watch your game, your ability to shoot over people, get shots where you go, is that someone you model your game after? And just how cool is it to be compared to someone that's considered maybe the greatest player in the sport right now?
Yeah, you know, it's real. It made me feel kind of good about myself a little bit, but, you know, I'm a long way from him and a long way from what he can do on the court. So, you know, I just kind of listen to it, keep watching him, keep learning from him, and just, you know, not necessarily modeling my game after him, but, you know, still taking stuff from him, looking up to him, and just learning from him at the end of the day.
Third row on the left.
Thanks. I don't think he saw me. JoeGoodmanAO.com. First question for Wendell. Is there a player on the team who has not been blocked by Walker Kessler in practice?
Nah, probably not. I don't think so. I think he's blocked everybody for sure.
how did that help you guys prepare early on, you know, before the season even started? And then I have a question for Zep after that.
I mean, he's the best shot blocker in the country. So, you know, as guards or anybody, you know, shooting over something like that, a person like that, there's no comparison, you know, in college basketball. So it gets you ready to finish over guys that try to block shots like him, but, you know, he gets you ready for that.
And then for Zep, how does Walker's presence behind you guys allow the backcourt to defend differently?
You know, when the guards pressure those guys, you know, in the backcourt, you know, we always got a shot blocker. We always got somebody we can count on back there. So when the guys go past us every now and then, we know Walker's back there to clean up for us.
On the left.
Yeah, I guess for Wendell, you guys, Bruce talked yesterday about how y'all were able to find Jabari in transition. Y'all's transition offense was good. You were able to get it to Walker on the inside a good bit. I guess, how do you guys go about replicating that in this next game, and how do you guys think you did with your inside-out game?
I think yesterday was one of our better games just as a team, sharing the ball. We had 20-plus assists. So, you know, I feel like we just keep doing that, looking for each other, finding the open man. I think we did a good job of that against Texas A&M too. We just didn't hit shots. So I think we're coming along great as a team, just looking for each other, not worried about individual stats. So we just keep doing that. I feel like we're one of the best teams in the country.
On the right.
For Zep and Wendell, part of that, it seems like, is when y'all are able to get out and transition, it seems like there's sort of a freewheeling style, and it just leads to better offense. How much has that sort of been an emphasis going into that first game, and then is it more fun to be able to run out and transition like that?
No doubt. I think we're the best transition team in the country. When we in transition, we can't be stopped. So a lot of teams try to stop us in transition and try to make us play slow ball. So I think that's one of our key strengths, you know, in winning these games down the stretch.
If you're in the second row, was next.
This is a question for Zep. Miami is a very guard-oriented team. What have you seen from them kind of early on film, those guards specifically, and kind of the challenges they bring as a really good offense?
Well, they got 3 guards that can go, 3 guards that can score. They all can get downhill, all can shoot. It's going to be a tough game for us. We haven't seen a team like this in a while. But, you know, we're a team that play defense. We hang our heads high on defense. So I think we're going to come out hot and ready and be ready to go.
Fourth row in the middle.
Hi, guys. Rosie Langello, WSFA. Yesterday, Bruce Pearl said that he just tried to take some pressure off of you guys before the game yesterday. And before the game, you know, he said basically go out there, have fun, play basketball. Do you feel that pressure every single time you're out there? But how much do those talks help pregame?
I would say, you know, just watching the games before us and stuff, you see all the upsets. So, you know, it's kind of in the back of your mind, like, you know, we're a 2 seed playing a 15 seed. Anything can happen, but we just want to go out there and have fun. And Coach, he's a great motivational speaker. Like, that's one thing he's great at. So, you know, he gets the pressure off of us, makes us feel good, and just told us to go out there, play your game, and have fun. And that's what we did yesterday, and the results happened.
Out here in the second row.
Mark Murphy from Inside the Auburn Tigers and 24/7 Sports for Jabari. You guys were plus 18 in rebound margin yesterday, and you personally had a high 14. How big a deal is it for you guys to keep rebounding well in the tournament?
Oh, it's a big emphasis. You know, as of late, we haven't been winning rebounding awards. We haven't been dominating the boards how we're supposed to, as us being one of the best front courts in the country. So me and him came together, had to talk about it and just say, we can't get dominated on the glass like we did at Tennessee. We can't get dominated on the glass no more like we have early in the season. So, you know, we just made that a big emphasis. And as we keep going deeper in the tournament, that's just going to be what we got to rely on, rebounding and defending. So as us knowing that, we just put more effort into it. And our guards out there guarding, making them shoot tough shots, make it a little easier for us, too, to get defensive rebounds and box our man out and just end the possession. So it's been fun.
In the middle.
Question for, I guess, all three. How have you guys enjoyed the experience so far, like the open practice, first tournament experience? What have you guys enjoyed about the time so far?
Jabari, why don't you take that first?
It's really like a dream come true, really. Just seeing the March Madness logo all around. Being in the hotel, everybody talking to you. It's just a real good experience. With this being my first tournament, it's just something you always watch on TV, something you always want to be a part of when you were younger. So it's just a dream come true. Just trying to take it in and trying to be in here as long as possible. So,
Zep?
It's also a dream come true because I used to watch in college games when I was young, and I used to see the blue blood schools, winning national championships. So now to put yourself in that position to have a chance to win a national championship, I believe that dream can come true.
Wendell?
For me, this whole season has just been like a dream come true. So just taking every moment in, soaking it up. But it's just a blessing, I always put God first. I thank God for the opportunity. So it's just a blessing to be here, and hopefully we can just keep winning.
On the right?
Yes, Jay Tate from AuburnSports.com. This is for Zep. I know you think that y'all have the best transition offense in the country, but Miami actually has the best transition offense in the country. How does that change how your mindset defensively when you're going against a team that has such a lethal transition attack?
Well, they in the ACC, we're in the SEC. We one of the best defensive team in the country. I believe they never seen a defense like us, where they come out, 1 through 5 can switch. So I think it's going to be, a good game, and the pressure's going to be all on us.
I guess a question for any of y'all that can answer it. You talked about how much you guys have been looking forward to the tournament. Have any of y'all filled out a bracket, like with any friend groups or anything like that? Or have y'all avoided that?
I didn't do a bracket.
I ain't filled out no bracket.
No brackets. I guess not. Back in the fourth row.
Hey guys, Carrie Osep, WVTM out of Birmingham. So this one is for all of you if you want to answer it, but I'm curious, returning to the form that we saw to start off the year is what I feel like the game was yesterday. I want to know how much you guys feel that way, if this was one of the better games and how it compares to some of those best games you've had this season. And also with that, just the confidence to open up the tournament with that kind of style of play, how is that going to help moving forward?
It definitely helps confidence, just seeing us make shots, seeing us playing with that joy that we had to start the season, that chip on our shoulder, just proving to everybody that we're here. I feel like when we playing like that, it's hard to beat us, having fun, playing defense like that and just playing together, that's when we're at our best. So it was fun to get back to that.
Zep?
Well, it's win or go home. We got nothing to lose. And the only thing we came here for is to win a national championship. So it's no doubt that we should get back to the basketball we started the season off with.
Like yesterday, after the game, we were in the locker room talking. It was like, that was fun. I feel like we hadn't had fun out there in a few games. So just going back, playing how, doing what you're doing, not worrying about anything else, but just going out there and having fun and making the right play for the team. So we're getting back to that, and I feel like the past 2 games we've gotten back to that.
On the right?
I got TomGreenale.com. Just for any of you guys, what was it like in the locker room after the game yesterday, having Jalen be the one to put the name on the next round over, and just how have his spirits been since taking that elbow to the face?
Jabari?
Yeah, we let him put it on there. He wasn't out there to just witness everything. Just witness the atmosphere, witness winning the first game. So we let him put it up there, and he's been good. He practiced with us today, so he looks pretty good. He's taking it well. He can't talk a little bit, but that's all right. But, yeah, he's taking it in well. He good. He's still around, so I think he'll be all right.
Zep?
When I seen Jay Will, I was the first person to come in the locker room. I told him, let me see that smile, man. He's like, man, I can't show you. When he showed me he had a chipped tooth, and I started laughing. He's like, man, I knew you was going to do it. But, he was pretty excited, that we got to win, and, he put the thing on the board, and, he was like, on to the next.
Wendell, you got anything to add?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Can't top Zep. Anybody else with a question? All right, we got one on the internet. Let's get that one. Christopher, you got a question for the student athletes?
Yes, sir. Hey, this is Chris Heidel from Herbertson Radio in Baltimore. Congratulations on the win yesterday. What does Miami look like? I know you guys play in the SEC, and the SEC is always tough in football and basketball. Do they look like a team that you played against this season?
Jabari, why don't you take that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a basketball team. It don't really matter what league it's in. You know, we haven't seen nobody. We've played teams better. We've played teams worse. You know, we're just gonna come out ready to play.
I think maybe he's talking about style of play. Zep, is there anybody in the SEC that's similar style of play to Miami?
I probably would say maybe like a Texas A&M or Alabama. Probably those two. You know, they're a tough team. Like I said, they got great guards. They guard play. They can all score. Pick and pop guys. They like to shoot threes, get downhill.
Anybody else? Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
I'll have Coach Pearl.